Sherrone Moore is out as Michigan head coach. Man, the big news has dropped. Man, this is major for Michigan, man. Uh Ain't no telling how Michigan future is going to be right now, man. It's a lot of stuff that's about to go down, man. John, man, what's your thoughts on this big news?
I'll be honest with you. When it came across my feed on X, I thought it was fake. I thought it was a number 3 or a 27 Sports or something. I'm like, there's no way Sherrone Moore has been fired. And then when I read into it, I thought initially, okay, maybe it stemmed more from the investigation that's still ongoing. By the way, the details of that's going to be released, I believe, here soon. But then come to find out it was supposedly, and of course, what I'm saying is I'm not going to say it's confirmed because I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but supposedly it's what involving him and another staff member having a relationship or whatever that may look like. I'm not going to judge from that standpoint because I'm not in that position. I'm not a millionaire coach over Michigan. I'm not going to judge that man from that standpoint. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'll be honest with you, if I'm a Michigan fan right now and I'm watching this and hearing this, I'm worried. I'm worried for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, you guys know I'm into the recruiting scene a whole lot. And from the recruiting aspect, I'm extremely worried. Because in my opinion, Sherrone Moore was that player's coach. He was involved with a lot of the recruiting, Savion Hitter, right, Titan Davis, those dudes he was very involved with. And you best believe that every single one of these teams that were close to those recruits are texting if they can, if it's not a dead period, whatever that may look like, to get a hold of these guys. But man, mind's blown, honestly, completely. Carousel just keeps going.
Man, what you say, man? We was just talking about this coaching carousel, and now we back to a coaching carousel right back over. Tez, man, what's your thoughts on it?
Man, same as John. I thought it was fake. I saw it. I was like, man, somebody's trolling. But man, since the end of the season, how entertaining has it been? I know it's not.
100.
This is not entertaining.
What news-wise?
For somebody,
I know what you mean, but we understand.
Yeah, for somebody to lose their job, but like, man, it seems like every day it's a new story. Like it is, wow. But like John said, man, a lot of recruits, some that were on our list. I know they were in a ton of battles with Oregon specifically, for a lot of recruits. So, man, I want to see how this is gonna shake out. Who becomes the next coach? What does this mean for Michigan football? It's not like they had a particularly great season this year. So, man, you could be looking at a complete overhaul late in the hour, man. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like we were saying, man, recruits and stuff, man, that's out there, man. It's about to open the floodgates for real. And I feel like a lot of those guys that's on the team that are players already, they had, well, since the coach is fired, they have the opportunity. I think, does it start 30 days?
No, it's since they're grandfathered into the new system, it's going to be 5 days after the new coach has been hired. So, but yeah, that's how that's going to work. But once again, right now, there's a lot of intermediate. There's a lot of stuff going on in the portal right now. Changes going on. I don't know, guys, if you guys have been paying attention, but there's a lot of guys jumping in the portal now, or at least announcing they're jumping into the portal. They
announcing,
but yeah, you got some days coming up. January 2nd to the 16th is going to be the 15-day portal window. 5 days after the new head coach is hired, they get another 30-day window. That's gonna be how that works.
Okay, so they still put out they intending to hit the transfer.
Yeah, they can announce it. Like they can go to Hayes Fawcett and be like, "Hey, I have the intentions of going to the portal." That doesn't mean they can enter their name into the portal, though.
Not yet. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't know for the recruits. Well, maybe the recruits that just signed, they can just say they want to release from the national letter of intent, since this just happened out of nowhere. And I think a lot of those people will grant them that. But the guys that's on the team, it's going to be a little bit more harder for them to get out of that right now, until it probably takes some time for them. But man, oh man, I think this is bad for the program. Just on the field wise, just man, because I feel like you about to lose a lot of guys, and I mean a lot of guys. Who you have your eye on anybody, John?
Yeah, I definitely think if you're and look, the name's already been put out there, and I already discussed it with you guys before we even got on here. I thought for sure that it'd be crazy not to go over and get Jetfish if possible from Washington. If that man doesn't have an extension by tomorrow announced on X, there's going to be some rumors swirling around about him, obviously. And I know I hate to say it, but the obvious choice to me may be that Brian Kelly pick. I know it's not going to be the most popular one. I know it's going to be a lot done, maybe even some revolting like Tennessee before they get Shiano down there to run him out. But, Brian Kelly, I think Jed Fish. I think there's a multitude of others. I know a lot of people may end up going for Brom down there at Louisville. You know what I mean? So definitely another name to keep your mind on. But I think more importantly, guys, the timing of this just couldn't be worse when you're talking about teams. And this, Taz, opting out of bowl games, obviously, and a lot of them have opted out, 2 of them specifically, to look for coaches. So I think we could be looking at another scenario here where Michigan just said, look, we're not concentrating on nothing but finding our next head coach, sorting this recruiting thing out, and kind of going from there.
Man, that is see, man, sure. Like you said, the timing is just bad right now. Just absolutely bad. Ted, I do like the Jeff Braun one, but I think it's gonna be hard to get him out of Louisville because that's his school and all. But a couple of M's can make you do a lot of things. That's
very true.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like Uncle Elroy said, man. I said I'd never leave the hood. But as soon as I got my money, I was gone. So man, he could possibly leave now. Ain't no telling. But who you have your coach, or who you like to see up there?
I mean, I don't particularly have a favorite for them. I was just looking at I saw the Vegas odds earlier, but I got the updated Bet Online odds for coaches for this job has already been released.
Good Lord, it's fast.
Right. Of course, you guys know who the favorite is as of now.
Yeah,
it's Caitlin.
Oh, it's the favorite now. He's the favorite now.
Yeah, it's been updated. Yeah, he's the favorite. 4-1 odds to land this job. Then second is Jesse Minter. Then Joe Brady, which is an interesting one too. Jesse Minter is that's
defense coordinator for the Chargers, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, that would be interesting. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Tess.
No, Jed Fish is 4th on this list, and followed by Jeff Brom, and then Kelly Dillingham and Lincoln Riley. And then there's some of the usuals, but some of the usual suspects: Brian Daboll, Dan Mullen, Marcus Freeman, PJ Fleck, Dan Lanning. So I don't know. I mean, if you make me the AD, judging by what John just said about the window and the portal, if I'm Michigan, I'm trying to make this hire like tomorrow.
Yes.
like because that way, your windows won't overlap, and the window and the official portal will overlap. And I would look on this list and find which coach I think could keep my class intact.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because the good thing about it, well, if there is a good thing about it, is he wasn't, we're gonna say allegedly, he wasn't let go for football reasons. So it's not like, if you're a player, you're not looking at it like, oh, he's doing something crazy on the football field, and that's why they turn, their nose up at him. So theoretically, if you want to be at Michigan, if they make the right hire soon enough, they may be able to retain a lot of these guys. There's still gonna be some turnover, but I don't know, man. It's a weird situation in considering how Sherrone Moore got the job in the first place, right? They were kind of really reluctant on even giving him the position in the first place.
Yes.
So, and he's a player's coach. It's like, man, he's, a lot of those guys committed to him.
Absolutely.
Because he's a likable guy. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting.
Yeah, especially, man, when they were saying they was concluding their investigation, I had thought it was something just to do with the whole thing with Jim Harbaugh.
I did too.
I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, maybe I don't know, I guess whatever they said it was sign stealing at the time and whatever it was.
Being more involved is what I thought, honestly.
Yeah. Right.
being more involved. And then when you like for calls, and I was like, ooh, for calls can be something major. And clearly what we're hearing right now sounds like it could be major. Still nothing truly confirmed, but man, it's about to be open season. But a coach that I see, man, that I think would do extremely well up there, but I don't think he's going to go up there. I would love to see Dan Mullen up there for something.
Ooh, man.
Dan Mullen.
You've been pushing.
So Dan Mullen is
like
on
Dan,
the list.
man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really like Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen is a cool guy, man. I feel like if Florida can really go back in time when they fired him, I think they would have never let him go. So
currently Dan Mullen has the 9th best odds.
Dan Mullen has the 9th?
The 9th best odds to land this job. Dan Mullen. Behind Brian Daboll.
Now,
and Kenny Dillon.
How often have we seen these odds released, and then most of the time it's either a dude not even on this list or he's mid lower on the list. So if really, to your point, Brinsky, you probably have the best betting odds out of anybody on here.
I would take it. I would take it because I love Jordan. And I will lead this Michigan Wolverine.
You're ridiculous.
I will lead this Michigan Wolverine football team back to the national championship. So if they want to give me a call, I will find a way to like Ann Arbor.
Now, you available is what you're saying?
Oh, I am super available if they calling. Call my agent.
An interesting scenario played out today that avoided this. I think it would have been real interesting if Tennessee didn't hire Jim Knowles and Michigan goes after the defense coordinator from Penn State. Obviously, it's no longer there, because Jim Knowles did wonders. I mean, granted, I get it, guys. You're going from Ohio State to Michigan, and you don't want to see that as an Ohio State fan. But that dude can coach. There's no reason.
Right.
So
it's not too late now. It could possibly still happen too with him going there, man. I wouldn't be. Nothing is really surprising right now, man. Nothing right now. Everything is on the table. So, man, just only thing I can just say, man, recruits everywhere, man. I'll at least ask you this, John. Yeah, it'll be like one of the last things on this. Any recruits on that Michigan team that you would love to see play for Alabama or
quite a few, but I mean, quite a few.
Which one do you think is more likely to happen, or just talk about not even necessarily Alabama, any of those guys that you know that's going to get a phone call and possibly where they can land it?
I think, and this is just from watching the recruits as a whole, I think Titan Davis. Number one, that dude, he's a monster on the line, right? So, and I know he had a relationship with Alabama at one point with our staff. Our staff had a good relationship with him. Alabama was never the favorite, the school, but they were always near the top. And me, I like a lot of guys in this class. Savion, I believe it's Hyder is how you say his name, Hiter. I really like him. Those two guys to me are like, in my opinion, and people could possibly argue this, are the staples of this class, just because what they bring from a leadership standpoint and the fact that they recruit other players. So I believe if Alabama goes, here's the key to me. If you take Hyder or Davis from this class, it's going to have a trickle-down effect because both of these guys have recruited plenty of those recruits that are currently on there. So if Alabama can somehow pull one of those down, you could possibly see a ripple effect altogether just coming undone, like you guys have already said before, if this hire doesn't come fast enough.
Yeah, man, because I really just don't know, man. Yeah, like I said, man, you have to make a hire as soon as possible, and it has to make sense. It has to be like the Ole Miss hiring Pete Golding. It has to make sense. Like that hiring made so much sense, and it probably benefited Ole Miss in a lot of ways because they got a lot of guys to go there. Like, no shade at y'all, Ted, because it's the only player I can think of right now is Jace Matthews, flipping from Auburn to Ole Miss, even though he's from the state of Mississippi. So that just shows you how beneficial that can be, man. If you hire the right guy, you can probably keep every last one of the guys if it's the right hire.
Yeah,
But
like I said, that's the benefit of it not being like for football reasons and being something external. If they do promote somebody from within, I, kind of like they did Pete Golden, man, they stand a chance of still keeping these guys in the boat because we all know that the position coaches are the ones who really have relationships with these guys for real, for real.
Yes.
So,
mhm.
but if
And
I'm Auburn, I was about to say, if I'm Auburn, I got my eye on one guy. That's Andrew Babaloa. He
oh,
was we threw a ton of money at
Oh
him. We
yeah.
were in the
Hey,
battle with Oregon. He chose Michigan. If I'm Alex Golish, man, I don't know if he fits the system. That was the previous regime that went after him like that. But from my knowledge, we were really close to landing that kid, and we offered him a lot of money. He would be the highest rated tackle that we've ever recruited. If we could land him, but yeah, if I'm Auburn, I'm throwing the book at that kid and trying to get him to flip.
I can't remember if it was him. My fault, John.
there you
I
go.
was gonna say real quick. I don't know if it was him or Ty Hayward. One of them had a torn ACL, and I think it was Andrew. I'm not sure,
I'm
but
not sure.
let's just say he's healthy. Auburn was a big player in that, and shout out to Dukes Phillips out there because he put all that out there. And when he told me that when Auburn was recruiting him, and the crazy thing is, I don't know if his brother still go there, but he was going to Tuskegee at the time, so it made a lot of sense why he would go to Auburn. So, hey man, that's a good one, man. Be on the lookout for.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I like it.
Another one I completely forgot he actually went to Michigan because I didn't have him going to Michigan. Was oh my gosh, let me bring him up real quick. Hang on, give me 1 second. Malachi Lee, there we go, the offensive tackle. Malachi Lee, he was another one that was really in the mix with Alabama and to the end out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And he's a guy that came there and fell in love with Sherrone Moore. So he spoke just as much on Sherrone Moore as anybody else on that staff. And that's one thing. If I'm in any recruiting staff, I'm combing through the notes. This is why you keep notes when these kids say things, right? Because
Facts.
if you notice those trends, if you notice, okay, Sherrone Moore was that guy, and Sherrone Moore is now gone, or whoever that may be on that staff, and they're gone, you best believe every single, like Alabama was on their list, they're contacting these dudes right away. Like they're not wasting no time. It's blood in the water. Sorry, it is what it is. This is how it goes down.
It's the business.
Yep.
Hey man, business is business, man. It's never personal. So man, y'all let us know in the comment section, man, how y'all think Michigan going to turn out in the 2026 season. Will they get the right coach? And what recruit you think going to possibly lead a school or player lead a school? So just let us know and just catch us on the next video. Peace.